The Learning Modules section of your course provides students with access to all the lesson content and learning activities. Modular design is based on the creation of lessons or units that focus on a central, related core of concepts or topics. The use of learning modules in Blackboard provides a more natural interaction between the student and the course materials than using simple content folders. Blackboard is designed so that the left navigation menu slides out of the way and allows the learning module content to fill the screen and be the student's only focus. Next, learning modules add significant structure to an online course by providing an active table of contents and a clearly sequenced delivery of materials. Faculty can provide a suggested order for module activities, or they can use settings to enforce an order that students must follow sequentially. Modular design also incorporates all of the resources necessary for the successful achievement of a module's associated learning objectives. Students should have links to everything they need inside the learning module to complete that specific segment of the course. That is, all learning objectives, all content, textbooks, websites, word counting tools, rubrics, all assessment resources, all assignments, all discussions, any special instructions or supporting materials should all be present in the module for students. Let's take a closer look at the elements of a well-structured learning module. Once again, we can see that Blackboard is optimized to use learning modules, and that students can hide the module table of contents as well as the left navigation menu so that they can focus solely on the current task at hand. Since modular design is based on the creation of standalone units or lessons, it is critical to include a module overview that addresses the topics and concepts to be explored in each module and relates them to the overall plan for the course. This section serves as an introduction to the module that students are beginning and is a chance for faculty to explain the focus of the course for that particular time period or segment of the course. It is important to be brief but clear about what material and information will be covered and to provide a suggested time period for the module's completion. Just as each course lists course-level learning objectives in the syllabus, each module should also list module-level objectives as part of its module overview to describe what students should expect to get out of a particular module. In a face-to-face course, it is common for a student to ask about the reasons for an activity, and providing objectives with your module overview anticipates and answers these questions beforehand. Objectives should be clear and measurable and should correspond to the stated course-level objectives. Lastly, each module overview should include a list of module activities with very brief descriptions so that students have a clear list of all required activity for the module before they begin working. Adding structure is not only beneficial at the course and module level, you can also add structure to your online assignment prompts to benefit students and facilitate communication. Instructions for online assignments can be longer and more complicated than in-class assignments, and it is a good idea to break the instructions down into stages or steps to simplify things for students. Let's take a look at this example from my multimedia presentations course. After a brief introduction that explains the assignment and relates it to the larger module and/or course objectives, an online assignment typically has 3 stages or steps. In the first step, students are introduced to some form of content that they must explore. It can be a textbook or article, a gallery of images, some form of video or multimedia, or websites that the students must access to inform themselves about the subject area. This is known as the input phase of the assignment, which I call step 1 here. Notice that I take the time to provide natural language in my hyperlinks that indicates what a student can expect to see when they click the link. After students have informed themselves about the topic, the next step typically asks students to somehow apply or transform the new information that they have just received. Common tasks include creating a learning artifact, like producing a slideshow, writing a journal entry, or crafting and posting an opinion. This is often referred to as the application phase or transformative phase of the assignment, which I simply call step 2 here. Lastly, it is necessary for students to produce or share their work or creations so that the instructor and perhaps other students can have access to them. This is called the output phase, where students actually submit or post their work and respond to one another. I refer to this phase as step 3. This 3-step model breaks the assignment down into smaller pieces and allows students to focus on one step at a time. This adds organization and clarity to their effort. Using learning modules in your course will add structure and organization that will ultimately benefit your students. Breaking your assignments down into steps will aid student learning and streamline any clarifications that may be needed. If you have any questions about any of these items, please reach out.